and welcome back to yet another unboxing video. We weren't expecting to do another unboxing video. We have got another one that's coming out soon, and we've done the Resi 3 one recently as well. I didn't expect this to arrive this early. I was expecting this towards the end of August. Thankfully, Leanne and I were away this past weekend visiting some family members. And fortunately, to our very good friend Heist, we're going to give a shout out to Heist for being able to come and help us with this. She had a key to our place and she was able to come and get the deliveries for us. So we very much appreciate that. Thank you, Heist, so much for that. You are literally one of the best friends anyone can ask for. So what I've got here is, you can probably see on there, HZD TBG, so that's Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game. Pack out 2. So we had the core game, I want to say close to a year ago, maybe a bit less. We had it sort of last year at some point. And that was just the core game, which is on the, you can't see it just yet, but it is on the radio. We haven't done an unboxing of that because we've been playing with it already. We had that before we started the channel and the content we make. But this is the rest of the expansions for the all-in late pledge that they had on Kickstarter, the Steamforged Games did on Kickstarter. So this is box 2. Box 1 arrived a day later, which is down behind me, but I'm going to open these in the order that they arrived. So much like the other videos we've got, I'm going to open this up, see what's inside the boxes. We're going to get comfortable, get ready to open the actual box and show what's inside each individual box. So that being said, I'm going to tip this on its side, because it's pretty weighty, this one. I'm going to see how easy it is to pull out from the side this way instead, because sometimes when you're standing up and you're doing it from the top, it can be really tricky to get the boxes out. So I figured we'll try it this way and see where we go with that. That over there. That is a ridiculously thick cardboard box. The thickness on that, man. Wow. Okay. So I'm probably going to get a bit cut off in frame here, but you don't want to see me. You want to see what's in the box. Let's be perfectly honest. So let's go for the one right in the middle first. So we've got, first up, Soldiers of the Sun expansion. So there's that one with, I can't remember all the names of the monsters, as it were, in the games. It's been a while since I played the video game. Next up, we've got the Forge and Hammer expansion. Whoops. These are pretty weighty. I wasn't expecting the bit of a weight on these. I'll put that there. Is that going to stay there? Whoop, just about. Hopefully don't rock that table too much. Okay. Then we've got the Kickstarter Exclusives with Aloy on the front. So I'm assuming the Aloy character, yes it is, yeah. Aloy character's in this one. I'm going to put that behind there because I feel a bit twitchy with that being up there. Then we've got the Lawless Badlands expansion. It's that one. And then the last one in this box, there's 5 particular expansions in this box. This one is the Sacred Land expansion. Oh, the Bellowbacks and the Snapmaws are in this one. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so there's those. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get rid of all the rubbish. I'm going to set these ready to be able to grab and just open them and show you guys what's inside. So we'll be right back after this brief cutaway. And there was the cutaway. So I've arranged the games. I'm going to be opening them from the front to the back. I haven't put these in any particular order apart from the Kickstarter Exclusives one, which I put right at the back. I really shouldn't be waving a knife around. That's not very safe, is it? But hey ho. Right, so first up I'm going to open the Lawless Badlands expansion. So all of these expansions do require the base game. I know a few of these will be coming to retail, I think it's October, but not all of them. A lot of these are Kickstarter exclusive only. I think there's 5 or 6 which you can only get through the all-in pledge or the Kickstarter. If we were late backers to it, we didn't know about the board game until after we got into the board games. I think we backed Resi 3 first, and then we caught into this one because they're done by the same company. So we were fortunate enough to be able to do a late pledge. And I think we paid about $250 for the lot, and considering the price of board games, that is a fantastic price for everything that we're getting, or I'm assuming so is in that big box as well. So without further ado, there's a lot of writing on the back of this box, so I don't think I should probably read through all of this. So I'll give a thing. Lawless Badlands and expansion for Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game, introducing traitorous bandits and bandit camps to disrupt the players as they hunt. Take the fight to these outlaws in brand new encounters featuring a horde of barbaric foes. Yeah, so it kind of, anyone who's played the video game, you come across the bandit camps, the lawless of the Badlands, as it were. That's what this sort of incorporates into the core board game. So let me just get Mr. Slice into the cellophane here. I love the uniformity of the boxes. Like, they're all very similar, and a lot of board games don't necessarily have that kind of uniformity, but I really do like to look at these, and the spines are going to look amazing if we can find somewhere to put them side on with them all, but that's a problem for later me. Okay. Let's have a look. Good suction on that. I'm going to put that there somewhere. Hopefully that won't obscure it too much. So as expected, you get a manual or a rule book, I guess. It's quite a small one. Tells you what's in there. Tells you how to place the encounter and the salvage cards on the game board and how different it is. Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. Yeah, we're not going to go too much into the game board, the elements and stuff, because we will be recording some playthroughs. This is some of the map tiles. They are double-sided, like probably 95% of board games out there today. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of miniatures in here. So just come off. Yes. So then we've got the characters. Okay, so we've got the salvage cards. So you get salvage for doing certain things in the game. Get those. You get the character cards. So you do get to play as some new characters. So this one particular one's called Nil. I said I'm not going to, like much like the other unboxes we've done, I'm not going to open the cards and stuff, flick it through them. That's going to make for an extremely long video. It's going to make for an extremely quiet and dull video. So I'm going to do that. And then we've got the the enemy AI cards. So that's these, you sort of, the amount of armor and health that they have and different things on the side there. It's going to be this very same for the machines, which we'll probably see in some of the other boxes here. Some of these have sort of worked their way loose a little bit, so I'm just going to reset stuff for these in a second. Just my own sanity's sake, because that would trip me out otherwise. So these are really small sculpts, but then compared to the machines, it does make sense. I'm not entirely certain what all these models are particularly called right now. Let's have a look. So there's two models for bandit fighters. So we've got this guy. It's kind of, looks like he's running forward towards something. He's seen something. He's like, right, I need to go and bandit it. That's it. Bandit it. That is now a term, Leanne. We're using that. She is here. She's just off camera.
Hello.
And here's the second bandit, who is just sort of stood still, trying not to get too many shadows. It's a bit dreary day today. The sun's not particularly out at the moment. We've been away. We've only just come back, and it's been quite a drizzly over the weekend. A bit of rain, but a bit of rain never hurt anybody. So yeah, bandit heavies. You get two different sculpts. You get two different sculpts for the bandit heavies. So these have the big rocket kind of weapons. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. So it's been a little while since I've played the video game. I managed to platinum it, played through the Frozen Wilds expansion, which was incredible. Much like I was saying in one of our other videos, which I don't think has gone live yet, the Turtles unboxing. If you haven't read the IDW comics, you should read those. If you haven't played the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, you should totally play it. If you haven't got a PlayStation, get a PlayStation and play it. It's worth it. So yeah, that was the two different sculpts for the bandit heavies. Then we've got bandit thugs. I like that there's two different sculpts for these. There's not just the one sculpt. I like the fact that they've included two different ones. So that's, that was a bandit thug. I was trying to figure out what it was called. I was resting on the box. Ah, it's helpful, isn't it? So much like the sort of Resident Evil, they are really smaller models in comparison to some of the Turtles or what else do we have there? Figures Nemesis. But the detailing on them is really well done. Considering the size of them, I'm surprised how much detail there is on these models, and there's a lot in this box. Get the focus on them. Give me a second. Because it's so small, it's difficult to get the camera to focus. So the ones. Oh, that one might have been marksman. Some of these are marksmen, some of them aren't. There's a lot of different sculpts in here, but I think that's all of those ones. And then there's the bandit brutes, which is this chap again with a pretty heavy weapon. Oh, he's been a bit of a nightmare to kill in the game. Just a bullet sponge. If you were playing something like Call of Duty, I think it would. Nil, wasn't he one of the Hunter's Lodge? This is Nil, the new playable character. The brown moulding on this, or the material rather, really brings up the detail quite well in this light. And I'm hoping to start getting back into painting miniatures. I know I keep saying every unboxing I do. Oh, excuse me. Time and things are just a bit of a factor at the moment, so I am still planning on getting into it, and I will hopefully possibly do some recording of that, maybe do some uploads of that on our channel for painting models. Okay, so they went there, I guess. Other way, that way, that one on top, that one there. So that one was, excuse me, the Lawless Badlands expansion. That off out of the way there. Be careful of carrying up the light. Okay, next up is going to be the Sacred Land expansion. It's going to be the first one that we've got with some of the creatures. So the Sacred Land is an expansion for the Horizon Zero board game, allowing players to explore Nora territory, take control of the Nora Trapper and Nora Scavenger, and discover unique ways to hunting your foes and upgrade your hunters with new equipment that can only be found amongst the merchants inhabiting this forbidden land. So this one's got some extra monsters, I'm going to call them, for lack of a creature. I think creature is probably works better, doesn't it? Well, yeah, machines works. Yeah, machines probably a better term for it. Yeah. Oh, the section on these is crazy. There it goes. Okay, put that there. Okay, so again, I've got a rule book. It's quite a thin one. Okay, so obviously some new boards for the new territory, the Nora territory. These are a lot more detailed than the previous ones. Oh, there's new symbols on these as well. That's cool. Okay. So, much like the previous enemy AI cards I mentioned in the last box, we've got this one for the long leg. So this one's got like 11 health, 1 armor, you get 2 salvage from it, you get 2 glory, and I can't remember what that symbol is. It's been a little while since we played this one, the board game. And there's the AI card, so that tells you how to control the enemies as you're playing through the game, as you encounter them. As expected, there's quite a big chunk of cards, so there's some more enemy cards. That wasn't the... Oh no, that's the different component health, sorry, that's different component health. So the blaze canisters, you can shoot them off, and it takes 4 to do so, and it does 4 damage to the overall. 6 to destroy that, you get 5 damage onto the machine itself, so that's what them ones are. The AI cards are these ones here, so it kind of tells you, is there a hunter within square? Yes, you do this. If there's not, you do these. There's quite a lot of cards in that particular deck there. And then you've got the new salvage gear and the weapons and so forth. Just those. I'm going to fold out the way a second, because this might take a bit longer than the last one. So we've got the Trapper and the Scavenger for the Nora. I can get that to focus, that'd be nice. One at a time, I guess. There we go. So there's that one. And there we go. That's the other Nora figure. So that's the 2 new characters that you can play as. So just going to put this on silent. I should have done that at the beginning. Then you've got an alternate sculpt for the watches. So these are the red eye watches as opposed to the ones with the blue eyes. So these are the ones corrupted. I don't know the camera today. And some really fantastic detail considering they're such small models. Then we've got the long legs, which is very much like a giant chicken. I want to see what eggs this thing lays. I don't have a frying pan big enough to fry those eggs. Then there's, I think that's a stalker. The size of that tail, that's horrifically big. So these are the ones that can go invisible, if I remember correctly. Then we've got the Snapmore. This is effectively alligator or crocodile kind of machine. And all that detailing is really good. And then we've got a bellowback. A little bit bigger, just a tad. I'm going to get all that in one frame, to be honest with you, so there might be a bit of a pan shot going on here. The sack on the back is usually full of, I think it's frost or corrosive kind of damage, if I remember correctly. Just to give a sort of size scale between that and one of the human characters. That's the size difference, it's pretty substantial. Cool, so that was the, yeah, that was it. Oh, okay, the bases don't quite line up, that threw me off for a second. That was the Sacred Land expansion. The cards back in. Pop those back in there. Next up, Soldiers of the Sun. Soldiers of the Sun is an expansion for the game that takes place deep inside the Karja Sundom. Master the talents of the Karja. I cannot talk today. The Karja Noble and the Karja Rogue to discover some of the most unique ways to succeed in your quest for glory, to adorn your hunters with stylish weapons, equipped from the finest Karja merchants. So you get 2 new playable characters, or classes I guess would be in this particular instance. The Karja Noble and the Karja Rogue. You do get a couple of extra machine models and some extra tiles and so forth, as well as a bunch of cards. Instead of 100 cards. Ooh, my night's going to be spent sleeving more cards, Leanne. Just kind of laughing off camera. So, as always, reference book, some new tiles with yet more new symbols. That looks like a snake of some sort. That's cool. I don't know what any of these new symbols are yet, because we've only just started opening these. I haven't looked into these on purpose. I didn't want to get spoilers almost, as it were. Okay, so we've got, which one's which now? That's the Noble. Okay, so first up we've got the Karja Noble. Just that one. It's got the distinctive headgear on, which is cool. And the Karja Rogue. Oh, I like the stand on. I like the stand, the pose. The axe kind of nonchalantly sort of stretching out the shoulders as you're using that axe. I really like that. It's really cool. Just don't make out a beard on the chap as well. That's how detailed these models are. Got more cards for the new creatures. We've got a bunch of new gear. That's second tier merchant. I'm not quite sure. That might be just standard 0 level, if I remember. Behemoth cards in the back. We'll get to that in a second. So then we've got the broadheads, which are these kind of like bull-looking machines. Try to get this to focus. There we go. Oops. I have butterfingers today, apparently. Then we've got the tramplers, which are a much bigger version of a bull. It's like the mama and the baby. So there's all that detailing on the back. That's incredible. And then the big one, oops, I'll put it back in a sec. But this particular one is the behemoth. Oh my word, look at the size on that. Wow. Let's get a close up. Pretty substantial. That's amazing. You see the little jagged teeth and the grinding gears in there, in the mouth. It's really cool. Put that back on. Okay, so that's number 3. We've decided to do this in 2 videos, just because I don't know how long it's going to take to do them all in one go, and I think sometimes getting an unboxing video that might end up hitting over an hour is a bit okay. This next one is the Forge and Hammer expansion, themed around the Oseram tribe. Harness the awesome destructive power of the Oseram mixologist and the Oseram tinker to defeat your foes or upgrade your hunters with an arsenal of new equipment fabricated by the most skilled artificers in the claim. I'm making a big mess of it by chucking this rubbish. I don't care right now. This is more important. So we've got another few different creatures. You know, it's funny, you're playing through the game, and you don't really notice how many different forms of machines there are. As I'm going through the boxes and I'm seeing the individual ones, it's like, wow, there really is that amount of variety. I didn't really notice that until I've started opening these, to be honest. You know, it's crazy. Oh, can't get this one. There you go. So, as always, book. New tiles. It's a lot of tiles. Ooh. Bit of damage on that one. The models look fine though, or the miniatures rather. Some people get a bit shirty when you call them models, not miniatures. More cards, more AI cards. Those. I'll pull this one out as a reference on the back of this box. So, just to make it a bit easier. So we've got the Oseram mixologist. Is this one? If I can get focus, that'd be nice. Come on. So you just love technology and it doesn't want to do what you tell it. There we go. Again, such intricate detail on such small models. I think we would have lost a lot of that detailing in the molding process, but fair play to them. And there's not that much in mold lines either. There's a tiny bit on the arm, but it's quite smooth. Fair play to Steamforged, they know what they're doing. This one is the Oseram Tinker. I do like their hammers. It's like MC Hammer as their spokesperson. Stop! Hammer time! Yeah, I'm never doing that again. So next up is the machines again. So this is one of the chargers, 4 of these. Just trying to get focus. There we go. Whoops. And butterfingers. So those long horns. Kind of like a ram, I guess. With the closest thing to symbolize similarity. through the ram. Yeah, I'll get through in the end. Okay, then we've got the lance horns. Not quite sure what these are closest to. Maybe deer? This has got a little beard on the go there. A Billy Goat's grunt. Then we've got Ravagers, which are quite nasty in the game, if I remember rightly. It's a more difficult version of the Sawtooth. This is a little bit of focus trouble, but I think we've got it. It's that one. And then there's a lot of intricate details and little gaps on this one, but then we've got the Glint Hawk. I'm glad these have arrived unscathed, considering the plastic protective sheet was cracked. These have arrived undamaged, and I'm very grateful for that. So there's them. So that's that expansion. As we put this back in there. That one there. Yes, that one there. That one over the top. I need the box back. I might have to trim that off and just do a bit of a random patch job on that, because that's going to get caught. It's probably quite sharp. So I'm just going to pull that off now. I'm going to put that there out of the way, just so we don't stab ourselves, because knowing my luck, I'll open this up next time and I'll stab myself with it. So that one was the Forge and Hammer. And then we're down to the last one, which is the Kickstarter Exclusives. There's no machines in this one. Well, technically there's no machines in this one. You'll see what I mean in a second. So the Kickstarter Exclusive contains a plethora of expansions unlocked during the campaign. New event cards allow Aloy to join the hunt, and for hunters to gain the favour of the Sunhawk Talana Kain Padish. Additional merchant cards provide unique and rare items for players to master and prestigious hunters' large weapons. Assume command of the Shadow Carja Exile, a playable hunter that can follow two entirely different moral codes. Oh, that's interesting. Okie dokie. So much like the last one, I'm going to have to open this. There's a few different models in here. So that's probably not so much of a rule, but they probably would be a rule book, because this additional, yeah, so it kind of tells you how to put things into, and it's got a couple of new different scenario bits and new terrain types. So we've got, oh, it's the actual city, which name escapes me. Yeah, it'll probably come to me and I'll shout it out midway through this probably. Why is that? Oh, one of these is wrapped in tissue paper, probably for extra safety. I'll pop this away a second. I'm going to pull this out and then pop this box like so. My cheat guide. Google is cheating. This is not. So again, we've got different updated creatures, corrupted bellowbacks, things like that. We've got the mercenary warriors, the other character cards in there, potential enemies. We've got the actual character cards. We've got potential skill cards, might be creature cards. Not entirely certain on that one. There's a lot of cards in this one. Got Aloy, legendary character. We've got the gear cards for the merchants. So there's those. Oops, that was loud. I do apologise for anyone who just deafened with that. So then we've got 4 mercenary warriors. We've got 4 of this particular model. Just trying to get to focus again. No. There it goes. This one's very white, so I think it's picking up a lot of the light that's coming in. So it might lose some of the detail in the video, but you can still make out a lot of it. The bottom of that skirt there reminds me of a Dalek, with a little pile of little bally kind of things on there. That's kind of cool. Then we've got mercenary heavies. So much like the previous in the bandits one with the heavy weaponry. It's that chappy there with his massive gun. Again, I can't remember the name of that particular weapon is. Then we've got cultist thugs. So these are black. I like the way that they've coloured each of the different types in different material colour. The cultists are in black, the mercenaries, etc. in white. The playable cards are in brown. What's this one? Cultist Marksman. So it's that one with a hood. Almost looks like something from Arrow, the TV show. You have failed these Badlands. Oh, it's been a long weekend. Then we've got Cultist Heavies. Ooh, so he looks a bit different. That's a very different weapon. Almost looks like a Gatling gun. I think, if I remember right, it's a flamethrower. Again, it's been a while since I've played the game, so do let me know in the comments if I have gotten something wrong. It's been quite a while. I love the face shield on that one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up the detail on it. Just focusing on the table instead. Try and get it to focus. There it goes. The detail on that face there is pretty cool on the mask. I like that. And the bandolier. Yeah, it must be some sort of Gatling gun because it looks like he's got bandoliers. Yeah, and there's like a running belt strip on there. Then we've got, okay, bear with me a second. Then we've got Val. It's this fella. It looks like one of the new characters you can choose to play or potentially unlock to play. Excuse me. Then we've got Shadow Karja Hunter. And the detailing on the gear is so small. It baffles me every time I see something from Steamforged. They are fantastic sculpts. I feel like I repeat myself a lot, but I feel it has to be said. Talana Kane Padish. I think I'm saying that right. She's one of the people in the Hunter's Lodge. It's still bugging me what the name of that main city in the game is. Where the Hunter's Lodge is. Then we've got Errand, who's kind of your pal throughout the entire game. With this good old sort of massive handlebar moustache. I don't know what else to call it. It's always like the Hulk Hogan look. Yeah. With his mohawk and his hammer. Then we've got Sona. This one. I've been keeping this one. Oh wait, missed one. Duval. Yeah, this one's white, so I'm having a bit of trouble picking up some of the details of the light that's coming in. I think it's too bad right now because some of the shadow kind of picks it up. So that's Duval. And then the last standing figure is, of course, Aloy. In that iconic pose with the bow and arrow on the front of the box of the Kickstarter exclusive box, which is really cool. And then last up in this particular one is this one, which has some tissue wrapped around it. Probably to make sure it doesn't get bumped around too much. Oh, that's why. Oh, look at that. So this is Aloy mounted on a Strider. That is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Phenomenal. Cool. So, yeah, I'm going to put that back in there because it's not going to get bumped around too much, so I won't bother putting the tissue paper back onto it. So that was the Kickstarter Exclusives box. So that's everything from the second wave, part 2, which I got first. Not quite sure how that works, but okay. Yeah, they arrived on 2 separate days. I'm not quite sure why, because they both got the same consignment number, but you know, it doesn't matter. They both came, they both here. That's all that really matters. So yeah, there's that one. This is going to be it for part 1 of this particular 2-part video. I don't want to have this video running too long. We're already probably about half hour or so now. So we're going to sort this out. We're going to pack this all back up, put it safe. We're going to film the second part. It'll probably drop either the next day after this one does, or if we can get to it the same day. Depends on how long it takes to edit these. But as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check the notification bell, so when the next part of this does go up, or when our gameplay videos eventually go up, you'll get notifications to know that we've uploaded more videos for you to be able to enjoy. We hope you enjoy them. Obviously, drop the comments in below. Drop into the comments below. Did you pick this up? Did you not pick it up? Are you gutted you didn't? I can find out which ones, if you want me to sort of let you know which ones will be available at retail. I don't off the top of my head, but I have a very good source that lets me know what is going to be available. Let me know if you want me to put that in the comments below and let you guys know information and join the conversation below. Thank you for watching as always. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and watched us over the past few months. We do really appreciate it. This is fun for us, but we do want to be able to push content to other people to make you enjoy and have something to watch, something that you're going to enjoy watching, you know. So thank you again, and we shall see you in the second part. Bye for now.